I'm here at my girlfriend's. I'm gonna say hi to her really fast and then go on my trip. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be cool. And now at this point, I'm off. I have all my well wishes and good luck kind of bottled up, and I do hit quite a bit of traffic, and I do have to weave around, do some motorcycle safety stuff that I won't put in this video. But I always follow the law. But but yeah, safety first. It was kind of a nightmare, but I was still chilling, cool, calm, collected. Got to the freeway, that was a-okay, and then I got to this just meat grinder. At this point, I had my motorcycle spidey sense just popping off. I had just a bad feeling, which is pretty rare for me on the bike, where I'm like, ooh, this just doesn't feel good. So I got off immediately. Granted, it could have just been that I hadn't eaten breakfast yet, but I don't know, something was weird, and I didn't really want to test fate, so I was happy to find a Quick Trip. I mean, it's not a Buc-ee's, but I will take Quick Trips all day. Or Love's, they're wonderful. Anyways, these breakfast burritos are dope. This little coffee thing by Black Rifle has just sent me up into a better mood. Who would have figured? Okay, so the first leg of that trip was pretty underwhelming and a little nasty. People were driving pretty rough, and I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't in the best mood. There was a few times where I felt pretty tired, and I had a moment where I passed a truck a little stupid, and I can't stop thinking about it. So I had to take a second and kind of reset and not be so negative and just enjoy this ride. But it should be good now. We're out of the brunt of the city, so it should be easy, open roads, and then from there, it'll be a normal work day. Also, I'm pretty stoked. There's an H-E-B on the way, and I really like stopping there, so we're gonna stop there and get some food and be good, and hopefully my attitude improves just a little bit. All right. I pop back on the freeway and I'm having a good time, laughing, pointing things out, just enjoying again. There was a little detour and I had to pop off the highway, but that was fun too. It was nice to be under this bridge and kind of seeing what was up, being kind of dorky, laughing, listening to music. Also, I don't know why, but this truck makes me laugh. It's just adorable to me. After that, just lighting people over. Almost H-E-B. I did lose hope for a second where I was like, oh man, did I miss the exit? But no, everything was good. And we got to H-E-B. Okay, we need waters. Getting back to the bike, I realized I was happy I didn't get as many things as I wanted. But even with the smaller amount of stuff, I packed some stuff underneath in the top box. I had to reopen these side cases, and I was fighting them the whole time. I mean, you're gonna see some real struggle here. I bent a lot of the things I put in there because I had camera gear and I was spending the night, so I had some extra clothes. I always overpack, and that is something I'm learning to not do. But yeah, it was pretty brutal, and I was getting sweaty, and eventually triumphed over this. Okay, I was for sure dying in the heat there. And I guess since I'm here because I want to get some shade, I'll put in some gas. But the second leg of that trip has been so much more enjoyable. and way more fun and way less stressful. And the drivers have been nicer. It feels like they're more conscious of you. And then, yeah, they're more conscious of you. And yeah, it's been way nicer out here. There's obviously less cars to contend with. No, I don't want to wash my car. I'm on a motorcycle. I did have to contend with. So I brought like a bag to keep things cool and everything, but I think I packed a little too heavy. So that's a note for next time to pack a little differently. But that's why we're doing this. That's why we're learning like that. When me and my girlfriend go on a longer trip, I'm more prepared, and we don't have awkwardness of like, oh, we have no space. But my work stuff does take up a good amount of space, so there is that. But yeah, I think it's just going to be a short little jaunt there, and then we'll get checked in and do some work, which is kind of funny because this feels kind of like the work, but it's not. So yeah, we made it to HEB. This is the part of the ride where everything started to kind of open up, more country roads, trees, open areas, just real nice. Right here, I was so close to the back of this car, but trust me, there was another car. This was the safest spot for me to be. But yeah, the rest of this trip was good now, which I don't know what was up with me this day. I was kind of in a bad mood, but look how freaking stunning it is. There was no reason for me, but I think it was a lot of movement, a lot of a ton of different terrains that I was having to factor in. But what a good time. I started coming into this turn and I was going a little fast, so I slowed down because I've seen this turn a lot and it's pretty tight and people take it fairly aggressive. So as I started coming in, I started slowing down, and I'm really happy I did, because right here, if you can see it, in the middle of the road there was 2 bags of wood chips that were just torn open and spilled. So I was able to adjust and kind of slowly meander by and be okay on this turn. But you got to be careful. After dodging my road debris, it was really nice. Opened up a lot of flowers. There's actually a trout hatchery right here, which makes sense because there's a wonderful river that I go over, and in the distance over there, there's actually a dam, which here's a quick picture of that. At this point, I'm at the resort. Essentially, I'm there. I go through, hang out, say, hey, what's up? I need to go in there. They're like, cool, give a good head nod, and then I go get checked in.
Today from the villa?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, well, we made it. I did get something in my eye. I'm looking forward to flushing that out here in a moment, but we're here. And I stopped down at the marina. I'm staying right over here, so it's not too far. And all in all, a good ride. The starting half was kind of not so fun. Usually I have more fun, but that traffic, I don't know, was really taking it out of me. So now I'm going to go back. I'm going to take these guys off and then kind of get set up. And it's about noon, so I'll probably drink some water, sit for maybe 20 minutes, and then get out there and start getting these pictures. All this looks real nice, so I'm just going to stop places and hop out with the camera and go there. But it is pretty warm, and my eye, oh yeah, I got something in there. But over there, but on that turn in, I'm glad I was taking it slow because there was a bag of wood chips that had fallen out and gone everywhere. And I knew because there's always weird stuff on that turn. People stop, they do weird things, so it was good that I took it slow. Anyways, I'm gonna go get all this done, and then I'll touch base. I don't know if I did a great job of explaining these last time, but so right here, you insert the key, and then you'll turn it to unlock it, and then at this point, if you pull this tab right here, it'll open the actual case itself. But if you grab the handle and you pull up, it'll let you take it off. And so what's happening is when you push down, that little thing locks it into place. And then I'm gonna lock that one because I want to grab the other one. Oh yeah, look at that. If my eye wasn't about to explode, this would be amazing. After I got unpacked, I threw these in the oven, and they don't look so great on camera, but they were very good, well cooked, everything a-okay there, but they do look a little rough. And then at this point, it was time for me to go take more pictures. I had taken some and then came back and then done this. I snapped some of the bike because, of course, we were, I mean, you know, I was out here, so I might as well get a few pictures of it. It was brutally hot. I don't recommend this, but I went on the bike in shorts because it was the only way that was kind of comfortable. I put gloves on and my helmet on, and it just is what it is, but it felt awesome. Then you throw up the drone because we had these cliffside lots that are incredible, and I just needed to get some quick video of them. Then as sunset was coming around, I threw up my 360 cam and was going to get one last shot. And I'm like, I'm just going to go back and hang out, chillax, go over all the footage, download all the pictures, and then disaster struck. Okay, it wasn't that big a deal, but it did suck. But I've been complaining so much today. Looking back over this, it's the whiniest I've ever been ever. So if you've gotten this far, thank you. Okay, well, that sucked, but I found it. I went into the app and I had it do a timer for a photo so it would make noise. At least I got some cool pictures. Yeah, brand new. Okay, I looked over my little recording at the end of the day, and I just wasn't coherent. I wasn't making any sense. I think I was really tired. But the gist of it was, you know, it was mission success. I got out there, I did the thing, I got out of my comfort zone, I did it all on the bike, and that's a win. That's a flippin' win. But I will say I was way more tired. I got this weird dust in my eye. My eye like inflamed a bunch. I talked about it a little bit, but again, I so complaining. I couldn't do it anymore. I was like, if you begrudgingly bitch about one more thing, I'm gonna lose it. I think what was really cool about this whole thing is that I had to contend with a lot of different terrains where, as a new rider, I think I would really struggle with that, where I'm having to adjust for a lot of things. Like there was this one part where you kind of had to go up a pretty steep hill in while I did a turn, and that, when I was a new rider, would have been miserable, and I would have probably dumped the bike. So just little things that are overlapping. It's kind of like a marathon where you're having to contend, and I said contend again, where you're having to take account of all these different little things that just contribute to a bigger potential issue for you. Anyways, great day, and then the next day was fine. I just kind of took my time, went back home, got rained on a little bit, but for the most part just was happy to be on the bike and happy to do it and happy to get more experience. Highly recommend. But maybe don't be so much of a grouch. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. Bye.